Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Professor David Ledesma, and I'll be presenting to you the project number 23. The name of the project is Ñeembuku Rekomarangaturan, which means Blessings for Ñeembuku. The organization that is carrying out this project carries the name NGO Ángeles. As you can see there in the logo, Ñeembuku, and the slogan says Un grito al mundo, which means a scream to the world, representing the help that these people are asking because of the situation they are currently living. Let me first start saying that this project is contemplated in the Paraguay's 2030 National Development Plan. The project, Blessings for Ñeembuku, aims to protect the social community of Ñeembuku Department from cyclical floods of the Paraguayan and Paraná rivers, controlling the flows of the main tributaries, ensuring efficient discharge in rainy seasons, and maintaining their minimum levels friendly to the environment. To guarantee the survival of the ecosystem, agriculture, and of the tributaries, using them as ecological lung reservoir. As you can see in the images to your left, this is the current situation in which the people from Ñeembuku are living. This on your right, the image on your right, would represent the projects and the plans that we have for this community. So let me continue with the justification. The aim is the poverty reduction and social development, inclusive economic growth, and environmental mitigation. As you can see in the images, this is the current situation of the people living in Ñeembuku. They are living in flooded areas, and they need the help as soon as possible. As you can see in the image on the right, that will be the hydroponic orchards that are going to be supplying the food for the people living in these areas. The people living in the rural areas or in the areas that are more affected by water would take advantage of the situation, and they would have levies carrying out the part of the project in which the fishes are involved. Raising fishes, aiming at achieving basic social goals such as the eradication of extreme poverty, the chronic childhood malnutrition, improved sanitation, and the provision of social and quality services. The image on the left is the situation in which, again, Ñeembuku is currently living. On the right image, you can see the projection of, or the potentiality that this project will have. We are going to elaborate levees, contention walls, and also aiming at achieving basic social goals such as the eradication of extreme poverty, chronic child malnutrition, improved sanitation, and the provision of social and quality services. As you can see in the picture, this is the current situation that people from Ñeembuku are facing. And in order to improve this situation, the design of this project is aiming not only to improve the quality of life, but also to take it to optimum levels. As you will see on the image on the right, the plan is not only to take out the people from the chaotic situation in which they are living, but also to take it to the maximum level, and for them to have dignified human status in living. So the problematic to be faced in this project is that the consequences of climate change, which include the changes in the weather patterns, rising sea levels, and the most extreme meteorological phenomena. Again, as you can see on your left, you will see the people from Ñeembuku running away from the flooding areas, and the image on the left shows the way that people would take care of fishes in levees prepared for their growth. The Paraguay River is a plain river. The reason why the variation of its flows are slow throughout the whole select section of this route, levels of fluctuation of river waters are wide because they can vary by several meters in their cycles. Along the river, numerous urban nuclei are settled, of which the city of Pilar is the largest and with a complex concentration of urban population. Faced with these multiple problems, the project proposes to work on the effects caused by climatic phenomena, such as the construction of damage containment, taking into account the higher levels reached in the history of flooding in the department of Ñeed. So as you can see in the pictures, this project is aiming to improve and also to boost the lifestyle of the people in the area. In this, on the image on the right, you can see the parks and the projection in which these people will be living in a short future. Faced with these multiple problems, the project proposes to work on the effects caused by climatic phenomena, such as the construction of damage containment, taking into account the higher levels reached in the history of flooding in the department of Ñeed. Reduce the social index of families affected by the flood by building a containment wall, dam, and levees with landscaping designs, social recreation areas, bike path, hiking and health parks, with tourist vision in each district of the department, mainly crowds, on the banks of the Paraguay and Paraná rivers. As you can see in the image on the left, you will see how the containment wall is taking care of the population of the populated area. On the image on the right, you can see the ways, the pathways for cars and also bicycles that will be built along with the walls and the containment dams. Another problematic that is looked to be solved is to reduce the social attacks, to avoid or to reduce social and economic damages caused by floods and transverse effects through risk management and adaptation of the effects of climate change in the design of agriculture, horticultural, meat, and dairy products. As you can see in the image, this is the current situation that the people from Ñeed are facing right now in this moment. They are forced to leave the areas in which they used to live. As you can see, they are living in a chaotic area. The plan is looking forward to solve these problems by giving them the opportunity for them to create the hydroponic orchards, and also to have the cages for the fishes, improving the current situation, obviously taking them out of the current flooded areas and taking them to more suitable areas where they can work the land, grow animals, and also to take care of fishes. Relationship and linkage with the public's national, regional, or sectoral policies. The execution of the project will be an articulated work between the competent government entities such as the Ministry of Public Works and Communication, the Ministry of Public Health and Social Welfare, the Ministry of Education and Science, the Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock, the Secretariat of the Environment, the Secretariat of Tourism, among others. These being the governing bodies for the implementation of public policies in the project areas. Likewise, it aims to articulate from the initial stage to the execution with the departmental, so the relationship and linkage with public, national, regional, and sectoral policies. The execution of the project will be an articulated work between the competent government entities such as the Ministry of Public Works and Communication, the Ministry of Public Health and Social Welfare, the Ministry of Education and Science, the Agriculture and Livestock Ministry, the Secretariat of Environment, the Secretariat of Tourism, among others. These being the governing bodies for the implementation of public policies in the project areas. Likewise, it aims to articulate from the initial stage of execution with the departmental, municipal, governments who will have great responsibility and accompaniment in the process. So as you can see, there is a logo of the Republic of Paraguay, and it represents the fact that the government currently does not have neither policies nor statements that say that they can deal with this type of problems. On the other hand, the NGO Angeles does have that. And with your blessings, we will be able to carry this project out. The characteristics of the sector are involved. The NGO Angeles is a non-profit private entity, autonomous in front of other organizations of political, partisan, religious, racial, or state nature. Reason why for the accomplishment of its mission and objectives does not allow discrimination of any nature. It is legally governed by the provisions of the Paraguayan Civil Code, Chapter 2 of Recognized Associations of Public Utility, Articles 102 and 117, by other legal and fiscal provisions that are applicable and the provisions of its statute and regulations. The beneficiaries of this project will be the complete department of Ñeed. Currently, they have 6 people per square kilometers and occupies an area of 12,147 square kilometers and is divided in 16 districts. According to the population projection, year 2017 of the General Direction of Statistics and Surveys and Censuses, DGEEC, is 88,784 people and is one of the few departments that shelters the majority of its inhabitants in urban areas due to the absence in state assistance, leaving the depopulated in an immersed territorial mass of innumerable natural regions. Let me tell you something very important about the department. That number, 88,784 people that you see there, are just mothers and fathers. Statistically, from 3 to 4 people per family were forced to be exiled or leave the area due to the lack of resources and due to the floodings. With this project, we will not only improve the quality of life, give them the quality of life that they never had before, but also we will allow the children that left the families to go back to the areas. And the total beneficiaries will be a total of 532,704 inhabitants in the department of Ñeed. So, as you can see now, the Gantt chart explains the first stages of this project. It is foreseen that we will start by the end of this year with the district of Cerrito, General José Duvigis Díaz, the district of Humaitá, and also the district of Alberdi, which will be the first beneficiaries of this project. Once we start with all the bindings, the adjudications, and all the processes or basically the paperwork, we will start the building up of this project. Now, as you can see, this is the financial analysis. It's summed up to have the net present value, the NPV. It's 159,006,149 US dollars. The IRR, or the internal rate of return, is 10.4%. The accounting balance point is 15.53%. The point of financial balance would be 1.42%, and the social discount rate would be of 9%. Probably it may seem that it's a little high for you, the 9%. And I know for Europe, probably the standard is a little high, but in Paraguay is something pretty normal. And so, as I said before, Ñeed, un grito al mundo, which means a yell or a scream to the world. This project will not only improve the chaotic places that now they are having in Ñeed, but also will boost tourism, will boost family farming, and will boost all of the positive aspects that Ñeed can still exploit. the land farming, and also the waters are still to be, we can take advantage of having those. So ladies and gentlemen, let me finish by saying that for you to have an idea, if you go today to this department and you grab a glass of water and you drink straight from the water streams, there will be no problems. But in 2, 3, or 4 years, that won't be a possibility anymore. Because all the Ñeembucú department is set on the biggest aquifer of the earth, the Acuífero Guaraní. So let me finish by saying that this project is not only environmental, it's not only social, it's not only social, and it's not only about the economy, but it's also to have an ecosystem because so far it's the only place men have to live. Probably, ladies and gentlemen, we will not be changing the world right now completely, but believe me that you will be changing the world for these people. Thank you very much.